everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm gonna pull today's energy and see what comes out for the collective, and see what God's Spirit has to say today. Gonna shuffle a couple times. Temperance in reverse, Chariot in reverse. It's feeling emotionally unbalanced because situations are not moving forward. Judgment in reverse, Temperance upright. Basically saying there's no need for the imbalance because the final decision on the matter has not been reached. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles upright. I just heard work in progress with that card. World in reverse, Ten of Pentacles upright. So that's like, basically, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. Again, Four of Cups in reverse, Ten of Pentacles upright. It's like the thing you want can and will happen. The relationship will happen. And I feel like this is going to apply to a broad range of things, not just the twin flame relationship. Tower in reverse, Four of Cups. Those cards just made me feel like a feeling of dread. It's like expecting the worst. And I feel like the cards that have shown themselves are like, that feeling is not necessary because a final decision has not been made. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Ten of Swords. It's like we're getting the people in this reading resonates for are getting bogged down in the process. Things aren't going as fast as they would like or in the way that they would like, so they have a feeling of dread, of mental distress, and that is, God's Spirit is saying that's not necessary because the situation has not reached its conclusion yet. King of Wands in reverse, Wheel of Fortune upright. Masculine energy is not making any movements, which is leading to this feeling of I just heard doubt. Feeling of doubt, dread. Things aren't going to work out the way that I want. Look at that. Two of Swords, Queen of Wands in reverse. It's like feminine energy. You don't need, you have confusion, but it's not necessary. Look at that. Emperor. Oh gosh, all the cards fell on the table. Okay. And Two of Swords in reverse. It's like, take control of your confusion. Take control of the double-mindedness that's happening, the back and forth that's like, yes, this will work, no, this won't work. Because I feel like masculine energy is not confused. I feel like he knows what he wants. Just because he's not acting, you can't see him act, doesn't mean that he isn't going to act. It's like that saying, like, just because someone says something doesn't mean it's true. Just because you don't see any action doesn't mean it's not, there's not going to be any action. And that's, I think, includes all things, the relationship and other things that appear to not be moving, but in actuality, they are moving. It's just you're not seeing it, doesn't mean it's not happening. Couple more shuffles and we'll start. So that's the overall theme, is drop the negative feelings because you don't see anything moving, because that is not the case. It's like we don't always know everything that's happening, and likely because it's not necessary for us to know. Um, I mean, that's how faith works. It's like you're believing in things that you cannot see. So if you know everything that's happening or going to happen, how can you have faith, right? And God acts on faith, basically. Look at that. Tower, Queen of Cups. Feminine energy is like doom and gloom. I just want you to see this as I shuffle. Six of Wands in reverse and Knight of Swords upright. It's like we're thinking we're not going to be successful, and that is not the case. Ten of Swords. Eight of Cups. Five of Swords. Ace of Swords. Star. Two of Cups. So basically the cards that just came out, it's like just confirmation of everything I've just said. Current feelings, feminine's feelings, as we know. It's like you've killed yourself with your thoughts, basically. It's like you're overthinking the situation to death. You are thinking negative, and you're thinking you're going to have to walk away from this situation, which is not the case. I just want to fix my camera a bit, guys, because it is sorry about this. Sometimes it like messes up right before I'm gonna start, which is like very annoying, but okay. So you think you're gonna have to walk away from this situation, from the relationship. All of these cups make me think like this is not a new relationship. This is a relationship that is long standing. So like there's history here. So this is not going to be a relationship where you've just met the person yesterday. This is like a relationship that has some months, years, not days behind it. So it's like you're mentally distressed because You feel like you're going to have to walk away from everything that you've invested in. All the feelings, all the time, all the effort, you're going to just have to give it up. Convinced of it. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I just wanna. Just feel like it's a little dark. I don't know why I'm being picky today. Anyways, okay, so um, convinced. Absolutely convinced that you're going to not get what you want from the relationship. And really, there's nothing on this board that is saying that it's an actual fact. It's just overthinking the situation. But the truth of the matter is that the relationship is moving forward. So instead of this negativity that you're going to have to walk away and give up on your investment, on the relationship, it's like you can have hope that it's going to move forward, because it is. It's like, be convinced that there's going to be a relationship. Don't be convinced that there's going to be mental distress. Be convinced that there's going to be a relationship. That's how faith works. If you have faith that the relationship is going to be doomed, then it will be. If you have faith that the relationship's going to work, and you've been told that it's going to work by God's Spirit, then it will. But you have to have faith. And that's where the truth comes in. It's also like your initial thought. It's like your beginning thought. If your beginning thought is about mental distress, that's how the situation will proceed. It's also like, if you look at mental distress equals walking away, and that is what you will get. But if you start off thinking that things are going to move forward in a positive manner, then you will get the relationship. So it's like that verse in the Bible that says that if you have a double mind, I'm paraphrasing, right? If you have the person that has a double mind will not receive anything from God. This is exactly it coming out in card form. If you're going back and forth, it's like you're not going to get what you want. But I do have to preface that by saying that this has to be something that you know that God has ordained, agreed upon, condones. It's like you can't say, pick someone and be like, that's my person, when that is not your person. You get what I'm saying? So start by saying, God will let you know who you're meant to be with without a shadow of a doubt. And then it's your place to hold that, what you've been told, in faith, regardless of what the circumstances are saying on the outside. And again, that applies to not just the twin flame relationship, but all relationships, all situations. God will tell you what is for you, but in order to see it come into existence, you have to believe that it's so. Okay, so moving on. Magician. Eight of Pentacles. Temperance. Three of Swords. Page of Cups. And Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So, it's like it's like, I believe feminine energy is doing things to cement this feeling of heartbreak. So, faith must be backed up by works, which I feel like is coming through here. It's like you think that you're mentally distressed, so you're putting actions behind it, which is your faith. So it's like, I keep thinking I'm crying because this is not going to work. So that's cementing your belief, right? And again, the same thing is happening here. Putting effort into this feeling like I'm not going to get what I want. And it's like, and I feel like this is the reason why. It's like, I do say it's like a lot, sorry guys, but it's just the way I talk. So I'll try and control it. But putting actions behind your beliefs, and the reason you're doing that is because it's easier to go towards the negative. So it's easier to accept defeat than it is to accept success. I'm not exactly sure like why that is, but I think it's just maybe because failure comes easier, success takes work. You guys let me know what you think. Why is it easier to accept defeat than it is to accept success? But in any case, that's what's coming through here. It's like to act on this belief that things are not going to work out, that I'm going to have to walk away, brings more emotional peace than accepting that the relationship is going to work. And that is coming through here too. It's like the truth hurts, but it shouldn't hurt, because the truth is that the relationship is going to move forward. And actions need to be put towards that belief as opposed to this and this. I'm not going to do an extended reading today, so Usually I won't shuffle because I don't want to spend a lot of like shuffle again because I don't um, want to spend a lot of time shuffling on camera. It just eats up too much time in my opinion. But I'm gonna pull and set and ask, why does the truth hurt? Like, it's like, why do we not want to like accept that we're gonna get what we want? It's like there's gonna be a new beginning. Why does accepting what is to be, why does it cause a broken heart? What I feel like honestly is like what is coming through in my own personal life, the things I've been learning about faith and manifestations and things of that nature, is that what we believe is pulled into our reality by our actions. It's because like I've learned that my mind is like a crazy roller coaster, right? It's like um, one minute I think this, one minute I think that, it's all over the place. But actions, when you do something in the 3D, it like cements that thought. So every action that you take towards what you believe you're going to get pulls it into your reality. And that's what's coming through here, which is the relationship, take the actions in the 3D. Never mind your crazy thoughts. Do the actions that correspond with you believing that the relationship is going to happen. Because it is. And again, that applies not just to the twin flame relationship, but to everything in your life. Take the actions that correspond with what you believe is going to happen, and never mind the crazy thoughts that you have, because they're going to be all over the place. But only take the actions that define the one thought. I hope that's making sense. Okay, so why does the truth hurt? Because we have to wait. We have to wait. We don't like waiting. So that's a 7 of Pentacles. That's why it's like patience is not just, I keep thinking patience is a virtue, but patience is a skill. Honestly, everyone wants what they want when they want it. Waiting is not a skill, especially in my life, a skill that I believe we excel at. But I think patience is something that God requires. And it's also like how faith is evaluated. You have to hold out your faith for a period of time in order to show God that you are legit, or that you truly believe in His power, in Him. So, and that's the, I suppose, test. It's like, can you sustain your faith for an extended period of time, as long as God wants you to? And that's why I feel like the truth hurts because it's like, it's not exactly the truth itself that hurts, it's sustaining the thought, sustaining the faith, for the experience extended period of time is what hurts, because it's like it takes discipline, and it's hard to stay, I believe, hard to stay disciplined, and that's why it's painful. It's like you have to believe that this thing is going to happen even though it's like all signs are pointing to no, when it's actually a yes, and that's a painful thing to do. It's like our minds don't want to let us do that. Um, it wants us to just accept and move on, but that's not how the spiritual realm works. So it's like there's a level of amount of discipline and pain that is required to exercise one's faith in all things. So I feel like what is being advised here in this reading is for the collective to be 100% sure of what they are being guided to do as far as the relationship and other things, and then to hold their belief for as long as it takes, backing it up with actions in the 3D until that thing manifests. The mind, I feel like, can go all over the place. It's like you can subdue the mind, but I feel like I wouldn't worry so much about what's going on in the mind as long as the actions that you are doing correspond. So that means do not talk negatively about your situation. Do not do anything like behavior wise that goes against what you believe, because it's like your faith stays alive with your actions, not actions trumping thoughts, is what I believe. So, one, do try to subdue your thoughts, but always ensure that your actions are not in opposition to your belief as number one priority. Working on your thoughts second. So that's the reading today. It's just start by controlling your actions. And I also feel like always be performing actions that correspond with your beliefs, like to keep your faith alive. So, I don't know, be creative with it, or, and what I mean, like, as for an example, is like if you, believe that you are going to get a new vehicle, be looking at new vehicles, be test driving new vehicles, be telling people that you're going to get a new vehicle. Whatever it takes, keep applying for your loans if that's what you require. Look for the vehicle that you want on the road. Compliment an owner of a vehicle that you and tell them that uh, you or yourself are going to be purchasing a new vehicle in the future. So things like that. Every action you should be taking should be moving towards you knowing that you are going to have your new vehicle. Do not be telling people, oh, I'm too broke. I'm never going to have this vehicle. I'm never, don't even, like, when you drive past a dealership, say to yourself, oh, I don't even bother looking over there because you can't afford it. That's not how faith works. Um, so the same applies for the relationship. You believe the relationship is going to happen. Every single action is moving you towards your belief until it manifests. So planning what the relationship's going to look like, preparing your home for what it's going to be like when you live together, preparing yourself, especially for the feminine, what it looks like to be a wife. Um, so, like that sort of thing. Like preparing yourself for the relationship. So that is the end of the reading. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.